Hello and welcome to our presentation. My name is Stephan and I'm a sales engineer in Germany. We are going to present you our exciting demo. Let me first introduce our great and wonderful team.
Hi, my name is Jannis and I'm sales engineer in the German team, and I'm very excited to show you our demo today.
Hello, I'm Tuba. I'm an intern in the InterSystems DACH region.
Hi, I'm Benjamin, university student from Germany and a sales engineer intern here in the Darmstadt office.
A few years ago, our German team came up with the idea of creating a demo for the manufacturing market to demonstrate various capabilities of the InterSystems IRIS data platform. We called it the Ultimate Control Tower, or UCT in short. The idea was to show an appealing UI displaying a map of factory locations and colorful charts for viewing metrics in real time. The UCT is still one of the most used demos by our sales team, including sales engineers. It allows you to tell a story with a real use case explaining the role of InterSystems IRIS as the back-end system. Depending on the audience, you can go as deep into technical details as you like. We can demonstrate how to get a 360-degree view of your company, drilling down into factory locations and even single machines. It shows how to monitor company, factory and machine metrics, how to use interoperability to ingest machine metrics in near real time using MQTT and REST, how to use integrated machine learning to implement predictive maintenance, how to use embedded BI to analyze data, how to use the integrated workflow engine to allow human decisions, how to create a business process with low code to automate actions, how easy it is to implement REST services using the specification first approach, and much more. We have developed a data generator to feed the system with temperature, pressure, load and vibration values, as well as arbitrary outages. The UI contains buttons where you can simulate outages or predictive maintenance cases that lead to notifications and proposed actions.
Our goal was to make a good demo even better, so we included some enhancements to the existing UCT. We believe that if you want to get people to stop and further look into our technology, you need to show them something that catches their eyes. So we continued to focus on improving the front end. We worked on a few enhancements of our Angular application. The UI is now more responsive, so you get a better experience on smaller devices, like tablets. We implemented a new UI for a workflow engine that now fits beautifully into the rest of the UCT design. Also, let me introduce the new UCT Dark mode. Yes, it's finally there, and I'm sure many people will love it as much as we do.
Now, this is really great, but what can we do to provide an even better experience? We were thinking about ways to engage people into the demo. How can we get more people stop at our booth and listen to our InterSystems message? Wouldn't it be great if they can interact with the UCT demo, maybe even using their own mobile devices? Now, this is what our demo is about. Let us introduce you to our brand new UCT simulator.
When you start the simulator app, you get to the start screen. Here you can log into one of our UCT instances powered by InterSystems IRIS in the cloud. Once you're connected, it will show the current state of your whole company. On the top you see the overall equipment effectiveness, or OEE. This is a key performance metric used in manufacturing to measure the efficiency and effectiveness of equipment. It provides insights into how well a production process is running and helps identify areas for improvement. You also see the three factors that are used to calculate the overall OEE: availability, performance and quality. On the top right, there are metrics for the carbon footprint. At the bottom, it will show the various locations or factories. These also have their own calculated OEE metric. Let's see how Darmstadt is doing. By tapping or clicking on the circle, I enter the virtual building. As you can see, the same kind of metrics are shown in a dashboard on top of my screen. Now I can navigate through the shop floor to have a closer look at my machines. But even from a distance, I can see by the different colors what machines are active, broken or need maintenance. Depending on my device, I can navigate with a virtual gamepad, the keyboard, or even a real gamepad. The left wheel is for moving left, right, forward, or backwards. The right one allows me to move up and down or turn left and right. Well, I guess this is quite intuitive. Let me click on one of the machines. As you can see, the dashboard changes and I get the current OEE metric for this particular machine. I also get the sensor data in real time, and depending on my defined thresholds, the circle colors change. As you may guess, we get the sensor values directly from IRIS. When I now tap on one of the sensor circles, I can see a corresponding line chart. When I tap on the machine name, I can toggle between machine information and the live sensor data. You may have noticed the 3 buttons on the right side of the dashboard. This is where you can take some actions and explain how IRIS can handle different situations. Let's simulate a machine outage of the selected machine by tapping on the brake button. Oh no, the machine turns red. What happened? All machines in the same production line now stop moving because they depend on each other. So we need to get this machine repaired as soon as possible. Luckily, InterSystems IRIS recognized this failure and initiated an alert and a workflow task. Let's check the main UCT panel in the web browser. Let me open the workflow list and order some spare parts. At this point, we can show the message trace and talk about the great interoperability features of IRIS that can automatically place orders. Well, we could now wait for the spare parts to arrive, but in the interest of time, let's take a shortcut and simulate a machine repair by tapping on the green repair button. Luckily, the machine is now working and the production line is moving again. Now what is this yellow button all about? Well, here we can simulate a combination of sensor values that our machine learning model will recognize as a needed maintenance. Yes, our demo has a trained model and uses InterSystems integrated ML to execute that model on all machines of our company, in our case, twice a minute. This also leads to an alert and a similar workflow. Okay, let's also simulate a performed maintenance task by tapping on the green repair button. As you can see, the values go back to normal now.
So, you can use the UCT simulator in different scenarios. It can be shown at an event to get attention from prospects passing by. There you could show, for example, the UCT web application on a big screen and use the simulator on a touch device placed in front of it, or vice versa, to demonstrate real-time interaction. Use the simulator to check out the status of your company and simulate outages, etc. Then explain how InterSystems IRIS is a great data platform for connecting systems, ingesting and analyzing data in real time, suggest and automate various actions, and so much more.
So, how did we develop the UCT simulator and what tools did we use? In order to provide a game-like user experience in 3D, it makes sense to use a game engine. We looked into commercial solutions like Unity, which is widely used for creating most of the top mobile games worldwide, but is also a good choice for industrial simulations of all kinds. Although this would have been a great platform for us, we were looking for a free open source solution and found Godot, which is exactly this, a free and open source game engine.
I have learned Unity in the past as a hobby, but now changed to Godot. You can basically do the same things, but it is much more lightweight and it is really fun to use. Even my younger brother and sister are now learning Godot for the game development. Creating industry simulations is not that much different. I like the concept of creating scenes and using the Python-like scripting language. It was simple to implement the communication with InterSystems IRIS. We can easily use REST services or work with MQTT in real time. You can export your project to a variety of target platforms like iOS, Android, HTML with JavaScript using WebGL, Windows and macOS. In this demo, we just scratched the surface of what you can do with the Godot engine.
This is just the beginning. There's so much more we can do with 3D visualization. Just think about virtual and augmented reality, continuously pulling data from InterSystems IRIS and sending user actions right away.
Wow, what a nice experience.
This is so amazing.
There's a great interest in digital twins. Instead of bringing machines, motors, medical or other physical IoT devices to our shows, we could simulate the interactions with our amazing data platform in a cost-saving way by creating cool 3D models and have the audience interact with them in a game-like experience. There could be a competition at trade shows where people can collect points when using our simulators and win prizes. There are endless possibilities, as you can imagine. Okay, time out please. We just talked about the future and we could end our demo here. But we wanted to do more. Is it really that hard to build a virtual reality experience? It is not. With only minor changes to our simulator app, we were able to install it on a VR headset for a fully immersive experience. So let us show you our one more thing, the UCT virtual reality experience. We are now screencasting the VR headset of Tuba, so you at least get an idea what she sees and what she is doing, though her immersive experience is much cooler, of course. Once you put on our VR headset, you are leaving this world behind and enter into a new virtual world, finding yourself in the middle of our Darmstadt factory, surrounded by a number of production lines and machines doing their work. Like the UCT simulator demo, our virtual reality app is connected to InterSystems IRIS in the cloud, continually sending and receiving data. Navigation is very simple. When you want to go anywhere within the factory or even leave the building, all you have to do is turn and look into a specific direction. Then use the left-hand thumbstick for moving forward or backwards. If your floor space allows, you can also just physically walk around your virtual factory. By pointing at a machine with your right hand, you get a display of the current sensor data in real time as received from IRIS. While pointing at a machine, you can simulate an outage by pulling the trigger with your right index finger. This kind of feels like shooting, leading to an explosion and a broken machine. This incident is handled by an interoperability process on the back-end system as explained before. Every displayed value and status change is controlled by InterSystems IRIS, so all other connected devices are fully in sync, showing these changes within the fraction of a second. You can simulate a machine repair by pressing the side button with your right hand while pointing at a broken machine, so the production line will be moving again. When you press the top button with your right hand while pointing at a machine, you can also simulate sensor data that lead to a predictive maintenance case, recognized by our machine learning model in IRIS. This thread is shown by the yellow color. If you want to view the OEE metrics and carbon footprint of our whole factory, just press the side button with the left middle finger to turn the display on or off while pointing at the factory building. Again, this is just the beginning of what you can do with virtual reality. You can basically build anything you can imagine. Just think about building digital twins or using augmented reality in combination with the capabilities of InterSystems IRIS. We believe that with our creative data technology and your creative minds, you are ready for the future, even the future of user experience. Thank you for your attention. In summary, our UCT simulator demo is about showing something, having something visible and tangible for drawing attention. A trigger to tell the InterSystems IRIS story, one of the most amazing and powerful data platforms on the planet, because this is what it is all about. This is the InterSystems IRIS experience.
Don't wait.
Tell your own story.
Start your own adventure.
Let your imagination run wild.
The future is now.